Why Adult Swim is taking over Cartoon Network. It is no secret right now that adult animation is absolutely thriving, while more children's-oriented animation is, well, not. Adult animation is taking over the scene on most all the predominant streaming services. You of course got the whole Warner Bros. Discovery fiasco of them removing and canceling many of their beloved animated originals en masse. Like Infinity Train, for example, was removed for, quote, not having a child entry point. So, why is it that Cartoon Network, the same company that made Infinity Train and apparently sought out shows that can have a appeal to children, are leaning heavily into adult animation and Adult Swim programs now more than ever? Well, in two words, numbers and demographics. For context, Adult Swim originally aired starting around 8 p.m. on Cartoon Network, doing its usual King of the Hill and American Dad thing. While great shows like Regular Show, Adventure Time, and Steven Universe took up the bulk of the day's programming on the channel. Cartoon Network was able to dominate the 2010s with those three animated shows, but once those shows ended in 2017, 2018, and 2019 respectively, Cartoon Network hit a creative wall. Now, do I think they could have avoided this wall by leaning more into Infinity Train? Maybe, yeah. But Cartoon Network decided to go down the air nothing but Teen Titans Go, Gumball, and Total Dramarama route. You think those more immature yet easier to produce shows saw great viewership numbers? That's a rhetorical question, the answer is no. Now, I love Gumball as much as the next guy, but if you follow that formula, you are doomed to be consumed by Adult Swim if they start putting out great content. And the luck will have it, that's just what they did. Alongside their Rick and Morty staple, of course, and work of art in Primal, two new shows paved the way for Adult Swim to literally eat up Cartoon Network screen time. Those shows being the adult animated in quotes shows of Unicorn Warriors Eternal and My Adventures with Superman. I say in quotes because compared to other shows on Adult Swim's lineup, they are as clean as whistles. You see, Adult Swim went with a formula of creating mature yet not grotesque animated programs with great writing and visuals. Huh, sounds a lot like what Infinity Train was, doesn't it? Weird. And guess what? It totally worked. Adult Swim yoinked 2 extra hours from Cartoon Network's programming to air their new Genndy Tartakovsky original show, Unicorn Warriors Eternal. The show's launch became Adult Swim's biggest and best in years, and became the top-rated new animated show in the demographic that made up the bulk of the channel's viewers, that being 18 to 30-year-olds. That's right, the most popular show on the so-called children's station is that of adult animation, and it makes sense. Since moving Adult Swim to earlier times, viewing numbers of the 18 and 30-year-olds, aka the people watching the most successful shows, rose by a 38% jump. Like, this is changing so many things. It's changing the way that Cartoon Network's brand is being viewed, what's being placed and seen as most important on it, and even some ways you might not think. Since the change in Adult Swim's programming time, the Cartoon Network/Adult Swim company was able to double its ranking from 12th to 6th in the list of ad-supported networks. It really is crazy just how much this is really changing the game. More Unicorn Wars Eternal means more older viewers. More older viewers means more Adult Swim. More Adult Swim means less Cartoon Network, and apparently a more successful business. So what is it about this show that is causing all this chaos and makes it one people want to see? It's because the show is smart. The show's creator in Genndy, while he's one of the best to ever do it, he's also just good at recognizing the demands of people. Because he understands that people, even those who many corporations feel are too young, want entertainment content that is something that makes them think, that makes them feel, in addition to making them laugh. He roots that principle underneath a beautifully crafted animated show in Unicorn Warriors Eternal. With that foundation and a talented writing, animation, and other teams, your projects will be watched no matter the platform or the scale. Take a look at the perfect example of Hell of a Boss. There aren't many shows out there more thoughtful and cared about and heck popular than that. Except maybe Unicorn Warriors Eternal and My Adventures with Superman right now. Those two shows really are special and might just spark change in not only Cartoon Network of course, but the animation industry as a whole for years to come. And all of that is just why Adult Swim is taking over Cartoon Network.